So it's being sponsored by the Orange County African American Historical Society and the Art Center in Orange, which is where I currently live, but I will not live very much longer. And it's a Portraying Bravery portrait contest. So you go and you pick up this pack, and there is mystery art supplies in here, which I have not opened it. So I waited to open it with you guys. And what it is they want us, they would like for us to be a part of their annual celebration of Juneteenth, which if you don't know what Juneteenth is, we should probably look up the actual definition of it. It's a new holiday. If you were not aware of this, it was made a holiday, I believe last year or the year before. It is now a federal holiday thanks to Joe Biden. He did something good, I guess. And it's on June 19th. So this is what Juneteenth is. It's a federal holiday commemorating the emancipation of enslaved African Americans. It's a combination of June and the 19th. It's celebrated on the anniversary of the order issued by Major General Jordan Granger in 1865, proclaiming freedom for slaves in Texas. So it's something that people have been celebrating for a long time, but it was never properly recognized. And I had never heard of it until we moved to Orange. Like, people in Orange were celebrating it at James Madison's Montpelier. That was the first time I had ever heard of it. So now it's a federal holiday, as it probably should have been a long time ago. So they're asking us to create a portrait of an enslaved man called Anthony, who found his way to freedom despite insurmountable odds, which I wish we knew more about him. But here's a little bit of information. So he was about 18 years old. He had light hair, gray eyes, and when he escaped, he had on a blue cloth coat that was much too large for him, a spotted waistcoat, and linen overalls. So they want us to make a portrait of him, or the lady who runs the art center also said it could be like what you think of, what you think of when you think of freedom, or what you think of when you think of bravery. Like, it doesn't have to be like this exact, like our replica of what this man might have looked like. So I was very excited to do this project because we're not moving now. But then today I had the wonderful idea of, why don't we get the spirits in on this and see what they can do? Oh, my son must have thought that was funny too. He's so loud. So we're going to see what happens. But I'm so excited. Going to be drawing along with me in spirit. Yes. Sounds spectacular already. I agree, Terra Mama. Mystery art supplies. Are you ready to see what the mystery art supplies are? Okay, it feels like there's perhaps... Oh, yes, there is. Okay. So there's a panel of, what are these called? A canvas board. And, oh, look, it's fancy canvas board. It has a little table stand on the back. Okay. So we have a canvas board. Now let's see what else is in here. Watercolors. Craptacular watercolors. Really? This is what we get? And some brushes that don't suck, perhaps? Maybe. It's to be seen yet whether these brushes don't suck. Okay. So we got a Crayola, washable Crayola watercolors here. I don't know how I'm feeling about this, Orange Art Center. We got 3 paintbrushes here. Actually, the one that came in the container doesn't feel too bad. These are okay. They're like, you know, as basic as they get. But I guess that they're trying to they're giving away free supplies, right? They're giving away free supplies. No, I can use my own supplies. That was a good question, Luce. They said you can use your own supplies. But I was hoping there would be something cool in there. But it's just craptacular Crayola watercolors. So, so what are we going to do here? Or should we use the crappy watercolors? Or should we use some actual paint? I used to have a pair of scissors in here, but I think I had taken them out so that I could use them for packing. Now I have no scissors in here. Come on, pin. You can do it. There we go. Handy dandy pin. Yes. I feel like to do this justice that you should use your own. I was thinking the same thing, Luce, that maybe we should get some real paint. Not that this is not real paint, but it could be better paint. So a lot of my art supplies are packed up is one of the issues. But, however, my really good acrylic paints are still out. Oh, this is making a terrible noise. Does anybody like ASMR? If you enjoy ASMR, here's a little something something for you. You want a little more? Pop! Did you hear that pop? The pop was actually kind of nice. So they have this backing thing on here. But is it only going to stand up this way? I mean, traditionally portraits are up and down, so maybe we should make sure we do it up and down. I think we'll leave the watercolors out just in case Spirit wants to use them. But I think we should get some real paint. I have already asked the spirits, my guides, Great Spirit, Divine Mother, whoever wanted to come through to help do this portrait. And I don't know who it's going to be. I'm hoping it'll be somebody that's like relevant to what we're doing. You know, that would be awesome. But I don't know, because really for the last, I don't know how many spirit arts, the majority of them have been Peter. We had the French guy one time, and we've had someone who seemed like they were of a Buddhist nature, and that's it. So maybe we'll have somebody different, maybe we'll have somebody the same, but either way, we're getting ready to use this canvas panel that came in the supply kit, and we have the trusty craptacular watercolors at the ready should we decide should the spirit decide that they want to use said craptacular watercolors. All right. So when I asked for spirits to come through and guides and whatnot to come through, I was feeling a ton of energy before I started the stream. So I'm excited. And let's do the singing bowl to clear the air. The ringing out of the singing bowl is my favorite part. At the end, after I've done going around and around, and you just let it ring out. It's my favorite part of the singing bowl. Okay. I think we're ready for this. I've been told I need to move my snake rock over to the center. We shall. Okay, and I also need to be able to see what the hell's going on, so this microphone's gonna have to move over, I think. All right. Okay, I think we're ready to invite a spirit in to do their thing. All right, everybody. So if you've never seen me do this before, because I don't do them as often as I would like, spirit art is when I use trance mediumship to leave my body and let another entity enter into my body and use my hands and mouth and vocal cords to make a piece of art, and also to give any messages while they're in there. So we're setting the intention that we want it to be for this portrait project for the art center, and it's supposed to be about bravery and freedom and enslaved becoming free, and specifically, perhaps maybe, about a specific slave named Anthony who escaped to freedom when he was just 18 years old, which is how old my child is right now. I couldn't even imagine. All right, so I'm going to get quiet for a little while and let someone come through. There may or may not be speaking. There may or may not be a lot of speaking. And when I come back from the connection, then we can talk about what happened. The lights are hurting me. They sting and burn my eyes. I forgot how uncomfortable bodies are. This is what it's like to hide in the shadows. Having to hide in the shadows. This is fear hiding the unknown, terror, but it is also hope, ambition, determination, love. Made a mess. Thank you. Thank you for this. I'm sorry for the mess. I'm going to leave now. Thank you. There's no paint on my shirt. That's good. All right. Here it is. Not Peter. Yes. He loves his brushes. Looked like an ear to start out with. Thought a profile of a person. I was thinking it was going to be the profile of a person too, but it didn't. It wasn't. It looks good. Beautiful. Wow. I'm amazed at how fast they come together. This is the first time I've seen her do a spirit art. This is the first time you've seen her do a spirit art, Dara Mama? OMG. Watch it completely transform. I agree. I agree, Little Wing. Many of them are not this clear. Peter does abstracts, and the French guy did jonquils. Yes, this is the first time we had a finger painter. Really love that they went with the finger painting. So beautiful. Yes, thank you so much for doing this beautiful painting. Yes, we never did use the craptacular watercolor paints. We used the nice acrylics. Yes, the hair with the fingerprints. I do too. So, what did you guys think about the spirit? Tell me what you guys think first, and then I'll tell you what I thought was happening. Yes, masculine energy for linguist. Yeah, I thought so too. Very quiet, shy, polite. Quite reserved and had pretty reserved. Not sure if that's the word. Reserved is, yeah, that makes sense. I felt that they were more feminine and that they were channeling some of the energy from the young man that night because they were getting you teary-eyed. Yes, there was a lot of emotion. A lot of emotion. I felt like this was somebody that had experienced that particular that had that particular experience. Your sentence didn't make sense. It's okay, linguist. He was reserved. Yes. I felt like I was going to start crying. So at the beginning, they were having a hard time breathing. Because it's like you forget how to breathe when you haven't been in a body for a really long time, you know? So like, it was like, like, what do I do? What do I do with these lungs? And then when they opened their eyes, my eyes started burning really bad. Like it was hurting. The light was hurting. Which happens with Peter a lot. Every time Peter comes through, his eyes burn too. So I wonder if it just has something to do with like, I don't know. This one, it felt like the lights were bright and they didn't know what to do about it. It felt like the spirit was forgetting they needed to breathe in the physical form. Yes, it took about 10 breaths, I think, before they were like, okay with breathing. Peter is our usual spirit art fella who just happened to announce to everybody the last time that he came through that he's Peter the Apostle. Which I can confirm that. Like the light was hurting their eyes. My eyes, to be specific. And then there was quite a few times that there was like a lot of deep emotion that was like they were remembering things. They were like reliving things. They were trying to convey the emotion of having to hide in the darkness, having to stay out of sight. And I felt like the yellow was like two things. One was that the yellow, it was like everything in here seems dark and depressing and scary and sad, but they wanted to convey that it was for something good and that there was hope involved. So I felt like the yellow dots were like, this is the hope. But yes, it also was fireflies at night, Keisha. Yes, it was a light in the darkness. Is a light in the darkness. So it was like trying to convey the terror and sadness of hiding at night. But no matter how dark and sad and depressing it was, there was hope and light in the darkness. But there was a lot of emotion mixed in there with it. Like, there was a few times where I thought they were going to start crying. It was like overwhelming. You did suspect that would be all. I hate stepping into bright light. Yeah. Taking some really deep breaths to make up for it. Yes. I really like what they said at the end. What part, Terra Mama? because I start forgetting already what they say after I come back. What did you like that they said at the end? All the words that they said, like this is hiding in terror, but it's also hope and love, like all that stuff. Well, this was really cool. How exciting. And I think that we should call it hiding in the shadows. Hiding in the shadows is what we're going to call it. I should write it down so I don't forget, because I can't write it on the back right now. So we're just going to write it on the paper. The title is Hiding in the Shadows. And if they need more information, we can say, or maybe we should make a double title here. It's going to be Hiding in the Shadows with a parentheses, light in the darkness. There we go. Yeah. Hiding in the Shadows, Light in the Darkness. That's the title. That's that. That's the spirit art for the evening.